Well, it has been a crazy morning here on the bayou. I took off from work today so that I could process 10 of the meat chicks. We had a storm last night and I was up a lot with Scout. Big bad mean Scout is scared to death of thunder. And plus she's a little sick. And so I was up late. This morning my wife came out before I even got out of bed and let the chickens out. By the time she had gotten back in the house, she heard a commotion, looked out to see a fox grabbing a chicken. She ran out here, and I've got some video on one of the cameras I have about the property, and saw the fox and saw what it was doing, ran back and got me. I jumped out of bed, grabbed a shotgun and headed out. I proceeded out that way into the swamp and followed a feather trail, and you can see here where it got underneath, and that's my fault that this metal has gotten so full of holes. Well, I followed the feather trail through the swamp all the way out to a clearing on a neighbor's property, and then I lost the trail in the clearing because I imagine once that fox got in the clear, it got a good hold of that chicken and it just was gone. And I spent the next hour looking around, scouring the area, trying to find the trail, hoping I'd stumble onto the fox's lair. No luck. So I came back and found out that there were 2 chickens gone, both white chickens. And if you look on the surveillance camera, you see one of the chickens is walking around when my wife's out there. And all we can figure, and this is a guess, but all we can figure is that there were 2 foxes. One of them got a chicken, took off, and then when my wife went back inside to get me, a second came and got another chicken. Or the same fox got 2 chickens. I am not an authority on fox behavior, so I don't know. I don't know if they hunt together. I don't know if a fox would go and try to get 2 chickens at one time. Not sure why, but anyway. So now I'm out here looking under the house, or the shed, sorry. And my wife's idea, and sure enough, there's a dead chicken. So either I spooked the second fox, because I did shoot in the swamp just to make noise. Either I spooked the second fox, or the first fox, the one fox did kill 2 chickens and just, I guess, maybe thought he was going to come back later and get this one. So my immediate problem, if you can see, is that I've got a dead chicken. Nah, I don't know if you can see it. Probably not. There's a dead chicken back there. Yeah, you can see it. And I've got to figure out what to do about that. I'm not sure how to get him out. I guess I'll have to go out into the swamp side and try to dig him out. Because we don't want him coming back for that chicken, and we don't want the chicken stinking. So we're going to do that. So those were my 2 youngest chickens, my layers. And that means even though I wasn't going to get layer chicks this year, I am now, because our youngest chickens are gone. Then, to add to that, I'm kind of starting to get ready to do the meat chicks, because I still have to do that. Which, by the way, they're over here. The 10 that I'm going to slaughter today are over here in solitaire. I put them in the old cat coop so that they wouldn't be able to eat anything, get their craws and their stomachs emptied. So they've been dieting, fasting since last night about 6 o'clock. So anyway, I'm looking around, doing some stuff. I noticed some damage over at our one pine tree. So I was getting ready to jump in the car and go get some ice, getting ready for my chicken processing, and I looked over and saw the one pine tree on the property and saw all this damage. And this had not been there. I mowed last weekend and this damage had not been there. And I'm looking at it and just trying to figure out what the heck happened. And I picked up my phone. I had my phone in my pocket, and I called my wife, and I was talking to her about it, asking if she had noticed it. And I was walking around the tree just like this. This hoe wasn't here at the time. And I'm walking around, and something, the good Lord, told me to look down, and a big moccasin was laying right there. About 2.5 feet long, thick as that, big head moccasin. And he wasn't coiled. He was laying there. I'd interrupted him, I'm sure, and he was playing dead, hoping I would just not see him. But it did. And the shotgun was still out, so I ran, got it, and I came back, and I pumped 3 rounds of 20 gauge birdshot into him. And then I went and got the hoe so that I could get him out of there. He was in the thicket by then. But you know, even with me grabbing him with the hoe and having pumped those rounds into him, that thing still managed to slowly work its way down into the water and disappear. Now I have no doubt he's dead, because I mean, he took 3 rounds. I saw him. He was hit pretty bad, but he did manage to get away. And I don't have a body to show you. Oh, I hate moccasins. I hate moccasins. Anyway, it's been a hell of a morning, and I still haven't figured out the mystery. Look at that. Look at those big chunks of pine. I still haven't figured out the mystery of what happened to this tree. Now, there was a loud burst of lightning last night, and I don't know what trees look like when they've been hit by lightning, but damn, something happened to this tree. So I had my neighbor and one of his friends come over. They're old guys, have seen a lot, and they confirmed for me this tree's been hit by lightning. It was last night, and I don't know if you can see it, but there's a scar, a fresh scar way up there. Yeah. So evidently the lightning came in up there, came down, and did a number on it. And just looks like somebody took a pick to it. Amazingly, the bees are still alive. They've probably been turned into Franken bees or killer bees or something. They're swarming a little bit. But yeah, it did a number. I mean, you can see there where it just came through and just tore that tree up, and it threw pieces of tree pretty far. So that is that one clap of thunder that we heard last night. That sounded so close, because it was. It's a shame. This is a tall tree, probably 80 feet tall, and it's probably going to kill it now. It's just been some morning. So all that, plus I had to go pull the carcass of the chicken that I found stuffed up underneath the shed where the fox, either fox 1 or fox 2, however many foxes there were, got it, killed it, and had it underneath the shed, but then took off when I came. And to be real honest with you, I may have killed the chicken, or finished it off rather. There's no doubt that the fox dragged it under the shed, and it was either dead or dying. But I did shoot up in there because I heard the commotion. I knew pretty much where it was, so I stuck my shotgun in the hole and shot up in there. And so I had to drag it out with a hoe just now, and there it is. So that's our 2 white ones. They're gone, and that's a real shame because they were our youngest ones. So here it is. It's noon 30, and I haven't even started killing chickens. Everybody's killed something except me today, but I'm about to start. And I guess I'll just make that a whole different video because this one's probably gone long enough. So this is just like a morning in the life of me.